Hey everybody, welcome to a new Fall Guys video. This is the journey so far. You may have noticed in the previous video, I had over 1,000 crowns. This is how I did it. First, I didn't have enough footage for a whole video, so here are some of my closest wins that I've ever experienced playing this game. So that first one, just loads of people. Full mountain. It happens. What do we have up next? A low gravity thin ice. You know how this is gonna go, don't you? Yeah. These low gravity thin ices always end up with like 5 players all on the very same hexagon. But I got the win for that one. How close is this? As close as you can possibly get. It's a timeout on Jump Showdown with 4 players. Feels good. Next up we have a hexagon. It always feels really good to get a super close hexagon final. Look at this, me and this cloud man, absolutely going at it, hexagoning like our lives depend on it. But I'm just slightly better positioned than him to take the win. Surprisingly, we have another thin ice, low gravity version here. These are all quite old clips, by the way. Weirdly, I haven't had many very close rounds recently. So you got only way to win some of these low gravity ones is to pull off some crazy jumps. It's super risky. Next up we have another hexagon. And strangely, I'm an alien again. This time a green alien instead of the red alien from the previous round. But very similar. Me and the other player end up on the exact same bit at the end, but they don't dive. So I take the win. Remember to dive in hexagon. It can get you a win so often. This was shortly after I unlocked my gold witch. Accidentally took out 2 there, but killed a penguin. How close is that? We just both fall right into the slime, almost at exactly the same time. I'm really surprised we didn't both get eliminated there, but I actually managed to take that crown. So pleased. Okay, now we've got another full mountain. Me and the wolf duking it out. The wolf actually does run straight into a barrier. This being an older video, I don't risk it. I don't take the yeet. I don't take the shorter path around the hammer. The wolf tries to grab me, but in doing so, they actually throw the game and hand me the crown. So, not the best of grabs there. And little crocodile man takes the crown. So cute. Got another thin ice here, but what's that? It's not a low gravity one. And me and the other player just both fall off the map. We both make a big mistake. We both choke hugely, but somehow I choke slightly slower. Another thin ice. A regular one. I'm just a wizard, minding his business. I can't even see the other player on the screen. I'm not risking turning the camera in case I mess up a jump. And just like that, with 1 tile left, it's a very close win, isn't it? Okay, we're gonna end up with 2 amazing close rounds here. This one, if you looked at the names flashed there, there's a very popular streamer, the guy wearing the groundskeeper outfit, who's just passed in front of me. I had a little bit of lag there. So you know this is gonna be super close. You know it. And this is a big time streamer. At the time of recording, this guy had, I think, over either 3,000 or 4,000 crowns. Unfortunately, I did get hit by an obstacle there, but I did get a nice little boost by the hammer, and I'm just thinking I have to take this hammer now to have any chance, because this guy is really good. And just like that, all 3 of us managed to take a tie. We all take the win. Just to prove, here's my angle of the win. And here's the streamer himself, so you can see my name at the beginning there. And this is what happens at the end. He gets grabbed, obviously. He's streaming. And all 3 of us take that crown. There's one more close round to watch before we get to the 1,000th here. And it's against the 3rd best player in the game in terms of crowns. If you saw the names there, the guy on the very left is L7L7X, who I believe is the 3rd highest amount of crowns in the game. It's got something like 15,000 at the time of this recording. But I get a colossal boost. I think I'd got 1st place in all but one of the levels leading up to this final as well. I'm getting an absolutely perfect round here. Getting all the boosts. He did get the quicker thing at the end there, and then he keeps grabbing me because I was just a little bit quicker through the level. But we actually both take the crown. We did tie for this one. I checked his stream afterwards, but he very, always deletes the VODs, so I couldn't put it in this video, sadly. But we both won. So that leads me to the last few crowns. This is crown number 998. These are all Lost Temple ones, because as I was getting close to 1,000 crowns, it was the Jungle Rumble show. And as you can see here, things are going pretty poor. I'm almost at the back of the pack. And this is where skill, or some element of skill, actually comes into Lost Temple. I see so many people complain that Lost Temple is completely luck-based. You can be the luckiest person in the world. You can get the right door every time. If you can't get through the rooms quickly, you're not going to win. You're not going to get that crown. You need to be looking far ahead. You need to be good at every room. You need to look at where the crown's going at the end. You need the techniques. You need to know when to dive at the end. I'm still not super good at Lost Temple. I still don't know how to double dive at the end without messing up half the time, so I don't risk it. And once I tried it and grabbed the crown, and it didn't count. But this was the run for crown number 998. Look at that. So close to the 4-figure elusive win quantity. Here we go with crown number 999. I'm just a little bean in a rubber ring. Well, this is going quite well, this round. Until then. I was getting the right door every time. When it gets to this point, you just want to take the nearest door to you, because otherwise people can get past you, they can do better. This room I managed to just navigate really well. Pretty pleased with that. Quick look up to the crown to see which way I need to dive, and narrowly win that one actually. Not the closest, not as close as some of those earlier ones, but there was a guy very close behind me. And that's how I took crown number 999. Okay, here we go. So the outfit was decided by my partner Hannah. She wanted it to be a Millennium Bug theme, because Millennium, 1,000. What levels did I get in Jungle Jumble? The first one. Just gonna let you in on a little secret here. This is not an all gold round. You don't have to get an all gold round to get a win. Plenty of times I've been getting loads of golds and lost. It happens, it happens. But does this one go well? I'm taking the optimal route. Do I get whacked by coconuts? No. It actually took me embarrassing amount of time to realise those are coconuts. For some reason, every time I used to count them in some fruit, I would just call them conkers. That is not a conker. Also, why did that guy grab me? Very mysterious. Did I grab him back? I did. Did it do anything? No. All that happens here is I just get bounced off the frog because I'm paying too much attention to the bean that grabbed me. But don't you worry. The next round we have is some bubble trouble. We do like to burst some bubbles, don't we? Do I go for the gold here? Of course I do. That takes us up to only a few bubbles away from the qualifying amount pretty quickly. Pleased with that. I was really enjoying all the jungle rounds in this one, apart from one. And I would have jinxed it if I didn't already know it was coming up. Because my least favourite level in the game is one of the jungle ones, and no, it's not Bowl Trouble. Here it is. This is my least favourite level in the entire game. Stomping Ground. I feel like a lot of people complain that a lot of levels are luck-based in Fall Guys. For me, Stomping Ground is one of the very few that really is luck-based. I mean, you can do a lot here to try and avoid the rhinos, but if there's not many players left and they want to kill you, they will try and do it. Jumping on the lily pads isn't always the safest idea, especially if you're not actually looking at the rhinos fairly regularly. But it can work. It seems to be working for me more than not. So that's why I've been doing it a lot recently. And you know it works, because you know that this is the 1000th crown run. Or otherwise I wouldn't be putting it in the video. That was a very narrow dodge. The other thing I don't like about this level is it's too long. I think surely it's longer than most of the other survival rounds. I think Block Party is quite long. I think the Snowball ones and Jump Club are shorter than Stomping Ground. I might be wrong, but who knows. So that takes us down to only 8 players. So there is a plus side of Stomping Ground, which is that it's pretty lethal. If you survive, you have a pretty high chance of getting to the final. So here it is. I'm sorry, it is Lost Temple again. It just so happened that it was the Jungle Rumble show when I was that close to the crowns. But do I do well? Obviously I'm gonna win. But what a poor start. I just run straight towards a door which is not the right one. The main thing you want to do when you're playing Lost Temple is always be looking anywhere but at your own bean. You want to have your eyes on every door. Specifically not the ones that you're going for, so I already noticed pretty early on that that other door wasn't going to open. And then that's all I had to do. I just had to get that tiny bit ahead, look up at the crown, see which way it's going, jump, dive, grab. Do you know how good that felt? The hula hoop. Crown number 1000. It felt great. It does mean, of course, though, that I have way more subscribers than I have crowns. So sorry there are not enough crowns to go around to each of you. Just like 1 in every 15. But don't worry, you guys are all going to get a lot of crowns very soon. I can feel it. But there it is, that's what it looks like. Nothing really special happens when you get 1000 crowns. You don't even unlock anything, which is kind of sad, but there we go. It means I'm only 64 crowns away at the point of the video from that Hex-a-gone nameplate. Thanks so much for watching, hope you did enjoy, and there'll be some more coming up. Goodbye!